Welcome to the Make Me Whole podcast, where we explore what it means to just live better. I'm your host, Joset Rosado, proud Latina and licensed therapist, bringing that unique perspective to the conversation. So whether you're looking to deepen your relationships, improve your mental health, or simply just find more joy, this is where you need to be. Welcome back, guys. How are you, my beautiful listeners? I am so glad that you're here today. I have been putting a lot of thought, or have put a lot of thought into today's episode, especially since it will be the last for season 2. I'm thinking of all the different things I've discussed along the way. And sometimes when I get back to the experiences that I've had for myself, it makes the episode that much more important to me because of the lessons that I've learned and how valuable I think it is to share with those who are listening and who might need that sense of guidance. Today, we're going to unwrap something really special, something I've been working on throughout this whole year. It's based off of Mel Robbins' Let Them theory. And you guys know I love her work. And she is basically talking about a gentle way of helping us get through things that are really hard, insecurities that we have within ourselves based on the behaviors of others, and really focusing in on how to find our inner peace. And it kind of sounds a little hokey, but when it comes down to it, I recently was sharing with some of my closest people how at peace I've become in the last year, just honing in on clarity and true understanding of limits within what I'm able to control with other people. Imagine you're on this beach. We'll call it life's beach, right? And you're walking across all these waves. Some of them are really big and some of them are really small. The Let Them theory is all about riding the waves and not fighting them, especially when it's about how others act or decide. It's about finding your own rhythm with the ocean of life and not going, again, against it. Let me share a little story. So I had the wonderful opportunity this year to travel back to New York and be I was invited to 2 celebrations of 2 wonderful young ladies who were celebrating their 15th and 16th birthdays. And those are fun because it's always a nice opportunity to see where these little people grow into themselves. And I was happy to be there. I was happy to be there for them, happy to be there for their parents who took the time to include us in their celebration. I had no expectations. I knew that I was going to be met with family members and friends who were excited to see me and hadn't seen me since before the pandemic. And I also knew that there was a good possibility that I was going to be met with people who I no longer communicate with, I no longer have a relationship with. Not having expectations prepared me to go in there merely seeking the time that I wanted to for the event, but also having an openness to just exist. I did receive warm welcoming from the parents of the girls who were celebrating their birthdays on both occasions. Some family members kind of gave a wave. I was even met with surprise that I was present because of this discord. And I also received cold shoulders, particularly from the family with whom I have discord. It was like being in a room full of music, but standing in silence. And this was my real life moment to practice Let Them. So as I'm surrounded by distant hellos, maybe cool glances, I realized that it wasn't about chasing for approval, but really finding my calm. I focused on those who were spending time with me, who wanted to talk to me, who wanted to catch up, knowing that my family's coldness was their own path to choose and really not a reflection on me. When life throws you similar curves, here's what you can do. First, give your feelings space. It's natural to feel. Then find solace in people and moments that light up your world. Remember, someone else's actions tell their story, not yours. Each tough moment can be a stepping stone. Like at one event, I bonded with a cousin and we were just talking about stories and things that we've enjoyed about each other. It was a beautiful reminder that every gathering is a chance for a new, joyful connection, even when familiar can feel distant. Families, look, I realize they can be a complex puzzle. We long for their love and understanding, but sometimes it's just not there. That's where let them comes in. It teaches us to cultivate inner peace, no matter the reaction around us, and to know our worth is not tied to their approval. In these moments of mixed feelings, I discovered my resilience. By embracing let them, I was embracing myself, my peace, and most of all, my value. In the front of this indifference, I stood strong, a beacon of inner calm, and honestly gave myself so much self-love. This is not about escaping. It's about navigating emotional waters with grace and wisdom. I wasn't going to act out and act up for the sake of someone else's need to have a show. It's understanding that while we can't control life's storms, we can learn the art of sailing smoothly through them. As we are getting towards the end of this year, I want to invite you to think about the let them theory and how it can help gently guide you on your own journey. Every choice to release control over others' actions is a step towards embracing your own path, toward writing your own story. I want to touch on something vital. This is important for our mental health and wellness. You see, it's more than a practice of patience or understanding. It's an act of courage and a necessary step towards preserving yourself. Every time we choose to let them, to let go of trying to control or change someone else's either actions or attitudes, we're taking a step back from potential toxicity. It's like choosing to step out of that storm and into a space of calm. It doesn't mean we're giving up or showing weakness. On the contrary, it takes immense strength to acknowledge that some situations, some relationships are more harmful than they are beneficial. Let's be real. It's one of the hardest things to do. To look at a relationship or a situation, especially one close to our heart, and say, I deserve better than this. My mental health is more important. It is truly a declaration of self-love and self-respect. And even though this journey is challenging, it's critical for our inner peace. It's about recognizing that our well-being should never, ever be compromised. The let them theory isn't just about dealing with others. It's about taking care of ourselves. It's about creating a healthy mental environment where we can thrive, not just survive. So as we wrap up this season, I want you to remember this. You have the right to protect your peace. I cannot say that more and more and more and more to you. You have the courage within you to let go of toxicity. Pray for others. Pray for their own peace. Pray that they can come into a better light and possibly have a relationship with you. But while they intend on being the same, keep them out. You have the courage to rise above, to choose wellness. It's not just a brave thing to do, it's necessary. for this journey towards a more fulfilling, peaceful life. Carry this thought with you, my friends, as we conclude this season. You're not alone in this journey. Even if you think you are, you're never alone. And I hope that I am given the ability to continue to find our strength, embrace our worth, and prioritize our mental health and well-being. Guys, we're at this tender moment where we have to say goodbye to this beautiful season. As we draw the curtains on season 2, I just want to take a moment and wrap each and every one of you into a huge heartfelt hug and thank you. This season has been such a great journey into the heart of clarity. It's been about peeling back layers and discovering really who I am, and celebrating my true friends and family who are the pillars in my life, and seeing through to the real intentions behind the actions of those around me. This season has been nothing short of revelation, standing tall and firm in places that used to unsettle balance, finding a soothing place of rhythm in the midst of the whirlwinds, and letting a newfound calm settle into our bones. The kind of deep, soulful tranquility that's been missing for way too long. I hope and believe that the stories we've shared and the conversations we've had have planted seeds of this beautiful clarity and peace in your own lives. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being part of this incredible adventure, for tuning in, for opening up your hearts, and for sharing so much of your lives. Your spirit and energy have been the life force this season. And as we close this chapter, let's take with us the new insights, the strength, and that quiet that we've embraced together. I've been honored to share this path with you, a path of self-discovery and nurturing peace. Until we reunite in the upcoming season, hold tight to the clarity you've discovered, snuggle up with the peace you've nurtured, and always remember, complain less and do more. You're stepping into a world of freedom and authenticity.